Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. OK, let's dive deep into the exciting world of Divi5 and its advanced units, including the intriguing integration of CSS functions. This is based on information currently available from Elegant Themes teasers and sneak peeks, as well as general expectations based on web development trends. Keep in mind that Divi5 is still in development, and the final implementation may differ. Disclaimer: this tutorial is based on anticipated features and publicly available information. The final release of Divi May 5th have changes. It's essential to refer to the official Divi documentation and updates once the final version is released. What we know so far, and can reasonably expect, about Divi5 units and CSS functions. Divi5 is poised to revolutionize how we handle sizing, spacing, and general styling within the theme. The core aim seems to be to make designs more responsive, flexible, and maintainable. Here's a breakdown of what we expect and how CSS functions will likely play a significant role. Advanced units. Divi has always offered px, m, rem, %, vw, vh, etc. Divi5 aims to enhance these and introduce more powerful, context-aware units. This could include, but isn't limited to, *ch, character unit based on the width of the 0 character of the element's font. This is fantastic for consistent text-based layouts. *ic, ideographic character unit based on the width of an ideograph, like a CJK character. Primarily helpful for East Asian typography. *LH, line height unit equal to the element's line height. Excellent for vertical rhythm and consistent spacing. Container query units. While not directly confirmed yet, the expectation is for support of container query units like CQW, CQH, Chi, and CQB. These units are relative to the container element, not the viewport. This will be a game changer for responsive layouts within specific sections of the page. CSS function integration. This is where Divi5 truly shines. The ability to use CSS functions directly within Divi's styling options will allow for dynamic and adaptive designs that were previously only achievable with custom CSS or JavaScript. Calc, the cornerstone. Perform calculations directly within CSS properties. Clamp, define a value within a specified range. Prevent text from becoming too small or too large on different screen sizes. Min, and max, select the minimum or maximum of a list of values. Useful for creating responsive thresholds. Var, CSS variables / custom properties. Leverage CSS variables for theming and global style control within Divi's visual interface. This is huge. *itr, access the value of an HTML attribute directly in CSS. Trigonometric functions. Potentially some support for functions like sin, cos, tan, and related functions for more complex animations and layout. Color functions. RGB, RGBA, HSL, SLA, color mix, color contrast, for dynamic color schemes. Practical examples, bringing it all together. Let's explore some examples of how you might use advanced units and CSS functions within Divi5. These examples assume that Divi5 will allow you to enter these directly into the Visual Builder's settings fields. 1. Text size with clamp, for fluid responsiveness. Imagine you want a heading to scale nicely across different screen sizes, but you want to prevent it from becoming too small on mobile or too large on desktop. 20px, minimum font size. 4 VW, preferred size, 4% of the viewport width. The font size will increase as the viewport gets wider. Asterisk 40px, maximum font size. Explanation asterisk the clamp function ensures that the heading's font size is always between 20px and 40px. On smaller screens, it will likely be 20px. On larger screens, it will grow until it reaches 40px. In between, it will smoothly scale based on the viewport width. 2. Spacing based on line height, LH, for vertical rhythm. Maintaining consistent vertical spacing is crucial for a professional-looking design. Using LH can significantly simplify this. Explanation asterisk if the paragraph's line height is, say, 24px, then the bottom margin will be 24px. If you change the line height, the margin automatically adjusts, maintaining a perfect vertical rhythm. 3. Using CH for consistent text-based layouts. Let's say you want a button's width to be based on the average width of characters in the button's text. Explanation asterisk this will make the button's width equal to 10 times the width of the 0 character in the button's font, plus an additional 20px of padding. This ensures the button width adjusts according to the font used without distorting. 4. Dynamic color schemes with var and color functions. This is where Divi5 could become incredibly powerful. You could define CSS variables in Divi's theme options or at the module level, and then use them with color functions. Explanation asterisk. Asterisk we define two CSS variables, dash primary color and dash secondary color. Asterisk the color mix function blends dash primary color, blue, with white, creating a lighter shade of blue for the button's background. Changing the primary color within theme options would now automatically update the button's background color across your entire site. This is incredibly powerful for theming and branding. 5. Adaptive widths with min and max. Imagine you want an image to fill the available space but not exceed a certain width. Explanation asterisk the image will take up 100% of its container's width, unless that would make it wider than 500px. In that case, it will be capped at 500px. 6. Container queries, anticipated. This example assumes Divi5 will support container queries, which is a highly anticipated feature. Explanation. Asterisk container type, inline size, defines the container for the query and sets the query dimension to the inline size of the container, typically the width. Asterisk 2CQW references the container's width. The H2 text size will be a minimum of 16px, a maximum of 32px, and will scale between those values based on the container's width. 7. Dynamic opacity based on scroll position, requires custom CSS. This is a more advanced example and might require some custom CSS or JavaScript alongside Divi. However, Divi5 might offer a more streamlined way to achieve this. Explanation asterisk. Asterisk this JavaScript code listens for the scroll event. Asterisk it calculates an opacity value based on the scroll position. You'd need to adjust the 500 value to control the sensitivity. Asterisk it applies that opacity value to a Divi module. A better implementation in Divi5 might involve a custom CSS property or a built-in interaction trigger within the Divi builder. General tips and best practices for Divi5 and advanced units/CSS functions. 1. Start simple. Don't try to use every function at once. Begin with clamp, for font sizes or spacing. Gradually introduce more complex functions as you become comfortable. 2. Test thoroughly. Test your designs on various screen sizes and devices to ensure that your responsive behavior is working as expected. 3. Use CSS variables for theming. Embrace CSS variables, var, for colors, fonts, and spacing. This will make it much easier to maintain a consistent design across your entire website. 4. Comment your code. If you're using custom CSS, add comments to explain what each function is doing. This will make it easier to understand and maintain your code later. 5. Understand the cascade. Remember the CSS cascade. Styles defined in Divi's theme options will be overridden by module-level styles. Inline styles, set directly on the element, will have the highest precedence. 6. Performance considerations. While CSS functions are generally performant, excessive use of complex calculations might impact page load speed. Be mindful and optimize your code where necessary. 7. Divi's Visual Builder first. Whenever possible, use Divi's Visual Builder controls. Resort to custom CSS only when you need functionality that's not available in the builder. This makes your site easier for others to maintain. 8. Keep an eye on browser compatibility. Check caniuse.com to ensure the CSS functions you're using are well supported by the browsers your audience is using. Consider using a CSS preprocessor like Sass or PostCSS with auto prefixer for backwards compatibility. Divi 5 might handle this automatically. 9. Consider using CSS nesting. Explanation. Instead of repeating the module class selector for each element inside the module, CSS nesting allows you to nest the styles for the H2 and P elements directly inside the .module class selector. This makes the code more organized and easier to read, especially when dealing with complex module structures. Expected benefits with Divi. Simplified responsive design. Achieve sophisticated responsive behavior with fewer media queries. Improved theming. Create more flexible and maintainable themes with CSS variables and color functions. Greater design control. Unlock a new level of creative possibilities by integrating CSS functions directly into Divi's Visual Builder. More efficient workflow. Reduce the need for custom CSS and JavaScript by leveraging Divi's built-in features. Final thoughts. Divi 5's advanced units and CSS function integration have the potential to be a game changer for Divi users. By mastering these new features, you'll be able to create more responsive, flexible, and maintainable websites than ever before. Keep practicing, experimenting, and staying up to date with the latest Divi 5 updates to fully unlock its potential. As soon as the official documentation is released, prioritize consulting that resource. Remember that this information is based on current previews, so be prepared for adjustments upon the official launch. Good luck.